What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode. In today's video, we're gonna be getting a lot of work done because I don't have too much time before we head out to H20i. So that's found in Maryland, I'm in Ontario. This Mini's gotta make it there, but I've got a decent amount of work still ahead of me. So all of this stuff here is gonna be going on my Mini. So I have a bunch of different things. So let me talk to you guys about the order that I have through FCP Euro. So if you guys haven't heard of this company before, you can order almost anything OEM from this company, and the cool thing about it is that it comes with a lifetime warranty. So everything from an axle seal that I need to replace on the Mini, to a headlight bulb, to brakes, you name it, engine oil, whatever it is, if you order it from their website and you guys want a new set or a new seal or a new bulb, you guys can get it for free. So you pay for it once and you're covered for lifetime. So I have an axle seal, I have a headlight bulb that I sat on that I have to replace, and I also have new brakes for the back end on the Mini. So when I did the full build, we did front brakes, we did pads and rotors. In today's video, I'm gonna hopefully get to putting new lines, both front and back, new rotors in the back, along with new pads in the back. But I also have a bunch of other stuff here. Let me show you. Real talk, what we're gonna be doing is we're taking off the carbon fiber license plate frame that's on the back of the Mini, and we're gonna be changing it out with a chrome one. I don't know, I feel like the carbon fiber one doesn't suit it because I don't have anything else carbon on the car. With that aside, this here is what's called a pressure converter. So this guy here is making my Mini make a really loud sound whenever I turn the car off. So this is a replacement unit. This is about 100 bucks. This here mounts to the bottom side of the intake manifold. This here is not an OEM piece. This is a Pierberg, I believe, or something like that. This was basically a fraction of what an OEM piece cost. It's really easy. There's a connector on the front, two vacuum lines that go on the back, and then this little grommet here, this little rubber part slides into the manifold. So it's actually easier to get access to the OEM piece and replace it by going underneath the car and fishing this up from by the subframe. If you go ahead from up top, you're gonna have to remove the intake manifold, and that's actually a decent amount of work. I'm gonna try from the bottom side. Hopefully that works. If not, I'll have to go from up top. But knock on wood, that should be pretty easy. This here is a bunch of LEDs. So I bought new fog lights for the Mini, and I have little LEDs for the parking lights that are found up front on the top of the fog light. The bottom part is just a regular bulb, so it's a regular halogen. I didn't like the look because we have HIDs and LEDs, so I wanted to buy LEDs for those fog lights. So this should be a really nice, easy, direct swap. LEDs have come a long ways. I wouldn't quite say these are as good as HIDs, but the main thing out of this is I wanted the color to be spot on. So with that being said, hi, Evan. So with that being said, I also have this here. So this is a bunch of vinyl. This goes on the bottom side of the Mini's door and rear quarter area. I have no clue how this is going to look. I saw it online, looked kind of cool. Knock on wood, it goes on easy. This here is a pair of Philips LEDs. These are gonna be going in the front fender areas. So the front side marker slash turn signal reflector thing has regular incandescence, and it looks pretty, stupid if you ask me. So this here should replace that. Next up, this here will solve a heating issue that I have. So my turbocharger is found at the front of the engine right up top, and my intake is right above it. So this here should prevent any heat coming from the turbo to be introduced and transferred to the intake system. So I'm gonna put this on my intake, and it should reflect that heat away, and it won't absorb it into the metal. So that's that. These are the brake lines, these are the brake rotors, new bulb, that should be easy. Now for the axle seal, this here isn't exactly going to be a hard install, but it is going to be pretty tedious. So there's a lot of stuff you have to take out. So you have to take out the axle nut, the lower ball joint needs to come out. You have to swing the entire front assembly and the spindle out. You need to take the axle out, and then once you do that, and after transmission fluid drains out because you took the axle out, you have to put this in. You also have to pump in new fluid, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I showed you guys how to do this. I'm hoping I can get that done today, but I do want to get started on the brakes and this heating stuff first. This here is a concern for me. So, that's enough talking. Let's get started. Man, this is weird. I don't know how I feel about the chrome. but I don't really know how I felt about the carbon either. I don't know. We'll figure it out. On to the next thing. I wouldn't quite call it the prettiest thing in the world, but it does give a little bit of gold in the engine bay. Looks kind of cool. Now I might also wrap this little area here on the valve cover along with this lower part, because if you can tell, it looks like the heat from the turbo is melting it. So I might address that, maybe even put a little bit around the O2 sensor wire just so that this doesn't go to crap on me. Now, knock on wood, I get my replacement turbo cover over top of this soon, because my Forge one that I did have, well, it had a problem with it. So Forge, they're sending me out a new one that's slightly different. Time to move on to some other parts. Alright guys, so we weren't able to fully finish off by installing all the pieces that we had on the cart today. So I still have a bunch of the brake components that still need to be installed on the car. I have the brake lines, I have the brake rotors, I have the new pads, I have the pressure converter. So basically all the mechanical parts, I haven't gotten around to actually installing them because I ran out of time today. I've got to get this thing down on the ground and driving for tomorrow morning / tonight, because I'm going to be getting all the windows tinted on the Mini. But we got the side stripe installed in the car. I think it looks pretty good. We got the LEDs installed, we got the fog lights installed, we installed the gold heat tape on the top scoop. So hopefully that should, you know, keep out a little bit of heat from inside the intake. And knock on wood, we can install a whole bunch of other stuff on the car once we get the car back from the tint shop. So I'm gonna be getting the car tinted with 10% tint on all of the windows, and I'm thinking about getting the same 70% tint for the front windshield. Yeah, long day, put a lot of work into it. I think it might be getting a little bit sick, but anyways guys, if you guys wanna find any of the stuff you guys found in this video, you guys can find that stuff in the description box. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.